She gave up her dreams, her career, and even her family's support. All for him. Amara was once a bright young teacher. Her students adored her, and her colleagues believed she was destined for greatness. But when she met Daniel, her heart overruled her head. He promised her forever. He promised her love. And so, she chose him over everything else. Her parents warned her, "Don't abandon your career, Amara. One day you may regret it." But she believed sacrifice was the price of love. She left the classroom, packed away her certificates, and became a full-time wife. First it seemed worth it. Their wedding was full of laughter, and in those early years she felt secure. She told herself, "One day he will see everything I gave up for him." But slowly things changed. Days turned into years of routine. Cooking, cleaning, raising children. Amara woke before sunrise to prepare his meals, washed his clothes by hand, and stayed up late with sick children while he relaxed on the couch. He would scroll through his phone, smiling at messages from friends, barely noticing her exhaustion. At night, she often sat alone on the edge of the bed, whispering to herself, "Maybe tomorrow he will appreciate me. Maybe tomorrow will be different." But tomorrow never came. The friends who once admired her as a rising teacher began to avoid her. They were moving forward in their careers while she remained behind closed doors, invisible. Sometimes she overheard people whisper, "She had so much potential. What happened to her?" Still Amara stayed. She told herself love was about endurance. She told herself she was doing it for the family. Then, one morning her world collapsed. Daniel stood by the door, suitcase in hand. Without shame he told her, "I found someone else. She makes me feel alive again." And just like that he walked away, leaving her with nothing. The house felt colder than ever. For weeks Amara barely ate. She sat in silence, staring at the walls, wondering how her sacrifices had become her prison. She cried until there were no tears left. But in her darkest moment, something inside her shifted. She remembered the young teacher she once was, the woman who had inspired children to believe in themselves. She realized she had buried that woman beneath years of silence. So, with trembling hands, she pulled out her old teaching certificates from a dusty box. The ink was faded, but the dream was still alive. She told herself, "If he could start over with someone new, then I too can start over with myself." It wasn't easy. She faced rejection at first. Schools told her she had been gone too long. But she persisted. She read books late into the night, relearned her subjects, and volunteered at a small community center just to regain her confidence. Soon, children began to gather around her again, their eyes bright, their voices filled with curiosity. And as she taught them, she felt her own spirit coming back to life. The more she gave, the more she healed. She turned her pain into lessons, teaching not just math and language, but resilience, courage, and self-worth. Women in her community began to notice. They came to her for advice, for encouragement. And slowly, Amara became a voice for the broken. Years later, Daniel saw her again. She was standing in front of a crowd, speaking about strength, her head held high. The same woman he once left behind had become a beacon of light for others. He couldn't believe it. Her disappointment had become her blessing. What once broke her had built her. What once silenced her had given her a louder voice than ever before. She gave up everything for him. But in the end she found herself. And her story is proof. Sometimes rejection is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a better chapter. So I ask you, do you believe heartbreak can be the very thing that saves you? Do you believe heartbreak can be a hidden blessing? Kindly like, share, comment and subscribe to this channel for more edifying contents and stay connected.